Hi everyone, welcome to my broadcast. So today I'm going to be hopefully finishing up the overdress for the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom dress that I've been making. So the only things that I did off camera, I'm going to start my music. Hopefully it's not too loud. So the only things that I did off camera was I took apart the side seams on the dress that I made and I stitched together the center back seam because it was the only way that I could make sure that I was doing it correctly. So even though the instructions said that you're supposed to put together the side seams first and then the center back, I just did it differently simply because of the fact that I couldn't seem to not put them together exactly the same for both sides. And doing that, I wouldn't be able to put the dress together properly. So I just decided to do that. So we're going to get started. I have put together the center back seam, and then I also pinned the side seams together. So you can see here, I've already pinned the side seams together on both sides, and now I'm just going to go ahead and sew them and iron them so that they are flat, and hopefully it goes together properly, and then we'll move on to the next step. I already serged the center back seam as well, and I did that freeze? No, okay. So I serged the center back seam as well, and I pressed it open. She also says not to press it open, to press it to the side, but I like it better, and I think it will lay better if I press it open. So now I'm going to sew together the side seams. And hopefully I won't have any more problems with it. The one side is slightly longer than the other. I can trim that back for the front. I don't know why that happened. May have been from when I was cutting. Hard to say. Let me zoom in a little bit more on the sewing machine. Okay, that's a little bit better. So yesterday we went to the Renaissance Fair, and Friday we went to the International Quilt Festival in Houston, and that was really nice. And I bought a bunch of fabrics and stuff like that. Even though it was a quilt festival, they did have some places that were selling like different cuts of fabric. Like mostly they had pre-cut, and I did buy some pre-cut fabric in 1 yard cuts because I guess quilters, I have no idea because I don't quilt. Quilters use things specifically in 1 yard cuts. I have no idea. But they did have some booths that were selling fabric that you could cut, that you could get cut to specific measurements. So I got some fabric, and I can show you guys what I got a little bit later. So I wasn't able to finish editing the video that I had started for Friday because I just ran out of time. So that one will probably be for Fridays. For this Friday, I will have that video ready, hopefully, and another video hopefully in the works for the following week. I just ran out of time because of prepping for the festival and going away for the weekend and all of that stuff. It just got crazy. And work. And then on Saturday, we went to the Renaissance Festival or Fair, the Texas Ren Fair, which is a really big Renaissance fair. And it was a really good time. It was just very hot. Like, it was 90 degrees. We were dying. Hot and sunny. And I thought that it was supposed to be overcast and cooler, like in the 80s. And that did not happen. And my fingernails are all like black from the belt that I was wearing. because I had a belt that had like pouches on it and stuff, and the belt just kept bleeding on my fingers and my nails, and I can't get it completely off. But all in all, it was a good time. There were a lot of people there. It was very crowded. Why is that turned sideways? Okay. So it's funny because we saw a lot of people dressed up at the Ren Fair as stuff that's not really like Ren Fair specifically stuff. I did see a girl dressed in the same dress that I'm making right now. However, that dress was not homemade. Like, I could tell that it was store-bought simply because this dress has a center front zipper, which is covered up by the tabard and everything, and her dress had a center back zipper, an invisible zipper in the center back. So I know she didn't make that dress. At least not with this pattern, though it did look very similar. Okay, so now I'm just gonna iron the seams open. So you can see here, this is just a little bit uneven at the bottom. On this side, it's just a little bit uneven at the bottom here. The other side, that didn't happen with, and I don't know why, maybe it got a little stretched out or something from how many times I had to take it apart and put it back together. But I'll just even that up when I go to hem it or whatever. Oh, there's a pin stuck here. Oh, I can't fix it on here? must have somehow cut this unevenly. I don't really understand how this got all the way out of whack here, like uneven, but then it's fine over here. It's fine over here, over here, but over here was just all sorts of out of whack, so I just took this much of it off of the bottom. All right, let's see what the next step is, because this is about as far as I've gotten so far. I have no idea what we're doing next. Roll the hem. So we're just going to make a rolled hem on the bottom of the overdress. So easy enough. I'm going to iron it in place and then we're going to stitch it. I'm going to trim this up too. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna go stitch it with the machine. So this is just the hem. I just did a quick narrow rolled hem on the bottom of this overdress. I'm getting close enough. think I need to clean my sewing machine. It's making a lot of noise. It probably has some crud in it. Fuzz that gets underneath the feed dogs, and I haven't cleaned that out in a while. So it probably does need to be cleaned. Okay, so now we're gonna see what the next instructions say, which I believe it's gonna be to make the pleats on this, which I have to go grab the pattern piece for. Let's see. Yes. Maybe not. It's hard to tell in these pictures because it's white. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. Let me go grab the pattern piece really quick. I will be back. I'll be back in like 10 seconds. Okay. So this is this back. This one has markings on it too. You can see there are some markings on it for the pleats. However, right now I believe I'm doing these pleats, so I need this piece. So this one actually does have some of the markings on it. The other side didn't because I didn't put them on there. But this side does. I'm gonna get my red pen. Maybe. If only I had put it away. Maybe it's up here. Story of my life, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna mark the spots again because I thought I did mark them, but apparently not in the right spot, so okay. So it looks like the pleat goes like this. Okay, fold it up and put it. Am I doing this the wrong way? This is on the inside. This is the wrong way. Unless that's what she shows. Well, actually, no, that is what she's showing. Okay, so we fold it up and pin it in place, and she says to stitch it in place across the within the seam allowance. If I can only speak, that would be great. So what does it look like afterwards? Trying to figure this out is kind of a pain in the butt because no idea what she means exactly. I think I am doing this wrong. I think it needs to be on the outside because it doesn't look right when it's on the inside. Even though she shows doing it on the inside, I actually think it's the other way around. So same thing, but the other way around. Because this is the outside and this was the inside and it looked wrong. So I'm assuming that it goes like this. Did you shut off? Okay. Yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to be then. So yeah, when you do it like that, it actually makes it look like there's a pleat then. Okay. So more like that. Up. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think this is how it's supposed to go. So now what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna iron it down a little bit more here so that it stays in place. And then I'll go stitch it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go stitch this down. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. I just want to do it one at a time so I can figure out what the heck I'm doing first, because it is a little bit complicated. Not too much though. And then I'm just stitching it down within the seam allowance so that it doesn't show later. Because I think this piece attaches to the overdress, I mean the underdress at some point. Okay, so that's one side pleated. I don't really even need the markings on there, even though she has them on there. I really don't need the markings because of the way that it's cut. It's kind of... No, that's... It's kind of easy to figure out what you're supposed to be doing. Ow! Burned myself, which is amazing. What am I doing wrong here? No. So even though you just have to do the same thing on the other side, sometimes you're like, how do I do that? How did I do it before? Because it just doesn't look right when I'm doing that. Maybe that'll help me a little bit more. Ow. Oh, I'm trying to make the pleat too small. Like, my brain was not, it was not, I don't know. It's early in the morning. Who knows? This is how I'm supposed to be doing it. Okay. Duh. Just kind of stare blankly at it for 20 minutes and try to figure it out, right? So it's actually going to go up this way once I pin it. That's why I was confusing myself. Sometimes it's easier when they have videos or like sew-alongs or something like that, where you can actually see what they're doing instead of seeing just a picture, because while a picture is worth 1,000 words, a video is worth way more. It makes more sense sometimes for something that is like 3-dimensional that you're having to make as opposed to like words. I don't know. It's mm-mm. And then the next step, The next step after this is to wrangle all these pleats and pleat them all the way down across the back of the skirt, which is going to be so much fun. I'm not looking forward to that. Okay, let me stitch these down. They don't look as good as the other ones, but actually, they look okay. They look fine. All right, let me go stitch these down, and then we'll get to the next step, which is going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. Okay. Now I have one side over here pleated and the other side over here pleated. So now I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. It says now we start the tedious task of obtaining the pleats going in. Know that they don't need to be perfect. Just try to pleat them as symmetrically as you can. So we're supposed to pleat them all the way across so that it looks like this. I don't know. So that it will look like this in the back too. So she's just writing in here about what fabric she used. So when she made the Queen's dress, I don't remember what her name was in the video game. When she made that one with the pink under dress portion of it, she had used something that had a little bit of a stretch to it, but then she used a linen cotton blend on when she made the Zelda dress, which behaved better. And mine is not linen cotton, but it is linen, so maybe it'll behave? I don't know. We will see. I guess I should start with the bottom pleat first. I don't know if she does like a stitch to keep them in place on the back or not, but I mean, I can. It depends on how it looks when I drape it. Let's just see what happens. I don't want to melt my scissors. So I don't know what happened, but I don't have a chat box on this. For some reason, there isn't any place for me to see if you guys have comments. And I told my boyfriend to keep an eye on it, but I don't know if he heard me even. So it usually just pops up, but it's not there today. It's just, I guess it's taken the day off. I'm just going to throw a couple pins in here to just hopefully hold it in case I do need to stitch it. I have no idea if I'm supposed to sew it down or not. I didn't read ahead in the directions. Let's see. These bigger pleats are definitely going to be more challenging. Are you keeping an eye on the chat? There's other people in there, Brian.
Yeah, it's in mine.
Oh, did you say something?
Yeah, we have rocks at the block.
Oh, I don't understand why I can't find it. I can't get it up on here.
But you need to make this a little. Your mic volume is going too loud for a little bit.
Like that? I just don't want it to be too loud when I put the sewing machine on. What? Oh, that's hot.
You're gonna have to find a way to put some kind of way to tune out some volume because you're doing it yourself. But I mean, it's one that you can't hear you do stuff like this.
I mean, if I get that thing, then that would work better, right? I can use it for this. But I don't want to. I ironed over here and it got all wet from the steam. I just don't want to buy it right now. What?
So, Robert wants to get you for Christmas, right? But Robert probably doesn't want to spend a lot of money straight up front. Couldn't you put it in a firm and say come out Rob's card every 2 weeks? Probably wouldn't care.
I mean, I guess.
I don't think he'd give a shit about it. He'd be like, whatever, I don't care.
Oh, we can talk about it later. This is so much fun. These pleats are really annoying. I'm not chasing him away, but I told him he can go play on my thing. Ow! Do you think she understands you? She's biting your legs. She was vicious. Are you vicious? Are you vicious, Shiva? My boyfriend is wearing shorts today, and one of the cats likes to bite his legs when he wears shorts. So he tries not to wear shorts in the house because she bites him. She keeps biting him.
I just think we have to work on like your background a bit. Maybe do so you can show more things like slideshow stuff, so we can see stuff we worked on for already. And not just a statue sitting there.
Yeah, that's something you'll have to do though. I'm not that tech savvy. Not nothing. That's hot. Is she biting you again? She's gonna follow you down there and bite you down there. She just nibbles. Just little nibbles. I think it's funny, but she doesn't bite my legs, so. Let's see. So she doesn't say Maybe she does. Let's. Let's see. It says pinning the pleats on the pattern. I have marked lines running along the entire bottom of the pattern to guide you in folding the pleats. You do not have to follow these exactly all the way along, but these give you something to go by. Because these pleats are curved, folding them can be tricky, but the bias grain along the curviest parts will actually help a lot to form the pleats. Oh, she says to start at the back, which I didn't do, which probably would have been better and would have probably looked better at these seams, but I don't know if I can fix it. This one here is fine. These seams are not going to match up no matter what I do, I don't think, because, yeah, it's just not going to. So it looks fine there. For the most part, I think it's going to be fine the way I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm gonna start from here and work my way out for the last pleat here, because like I said, this side is not gonna look, it's not gonna line up. The seam line's not gonna line up no matter what I do there, because it's on a curve. It's very finicky. It's quite annoying. Okay, that's a little bit better. Like I said, it's not going to line up perfectly because part of it is on the bias and curved, and it's great. Just trying to make it look as good as possible. And I don't know if she has you stitch them down. Let me see. Oh, so she just does hand stitching to tack the bottom of each pleats to the fabric. under it. I recommend doing this the entire length of each pleat. Oh, Lord have mercy. That might be a little crazy. I'll just say yikes. I don't know if you guys want to sit here and watch me hand stitch the entire pleat down, because wow is the word that I would use for that. And boring. I know why she has you hand stitch them, because when you're hand stitching them, you can better control how much, how you ease things in and stuff like that. So I just don't want to do all of that right now. So I might do a little bit in the center back and the side seams, just really quickly to tack them down, but I don't know that I'm going to go all the way across the entire length of the skirt to do that, because I think that will mostly hold everything in place the way it's supposed to be if I just do those things. But I'm probably going to have to fiddle with this for a little while to make it sit how I want it to. And if I decide it needs to be done later, I might go back and do it later. But for right now, I think that I'm just going to hand stitch only some of it down. So yeah, I'll probably just do here, 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 and on the side seam here. So the 3 seams, I'll probably just go in and hand stitch those 3. See how that looks. Finish up the rest of the dress, and if it needs to be hand stitched all the way across, I can always just do that at another time. Okay, in the meantime, before I get started on that, I don't know if you guys want to see some of the stuff that I got this weekend. some of the fabrics that I got and some of the other cool things that I got. So this is some of the fabric that I bought. These are like 1 yard pieces. So this is, I believe this is Japanese cotton. I'm not 100% sure, but this has like a border print on it. And then the other side just has blue. So there's that. I have to pre-wash all of these before I make anything out of them. And to be honest with you, I have some ideas, but on what I want to make, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, because I only have 1 yard cuts, so that makes it kind of complicated to make something out of it. And then this is another one that's like a Japanese fabric, a Japanese cotton. And then this one, they're so pretty. But like I said, I have no idea what I'm going to make out of them. And then this is also a Japanese cotton that my son really liked. And he bought this so that I can make him something out of it, along with this. He wants me to make him a kimono. So this will be like the main fabric, and then this will be like the belt fabric. So I got to figure out how I'm going to make that. So that's that. And then this, I bought this Japanese fabric also. This place is in Houston, I think, which I didn't know, but they sell Japanese fabric there too. And this is also Japanese cotton. I got like 4 yards of this to make something out of, I don't know what I'm gonna make yet, but I really like it. It was really pretty. And then I also got like these thread cutter clippers. They have clippers, and then they also have like a blade on this side too. I haven't even opened them yet. I got this magnetic pin tray that is really cool. And then I also bought, these are also Japanese fabrics, but they're hand woven fabrics. I don't know if some of them are silk, some of them are cotton. I don't know if this one is silk. This one was just 1 yard. So they're really, really narrow like this. This is the width. That's it, because they're hand woven. And then this one is just 1 yard. This one is cotton, I believe, but it's really pretty. And this one is also, I think I got like 3 yards of it, but also, like I said, this is the entire width of the fabric. They're very narrow because these are hand woven. This is another silk. This silk is so soft and so pretty. And then that one I got 3 yards of also, because again, very narrow. Don't know what I'm going to make out of it, but. And then this one also is another silk. And same thing, very narrow, but they're really, really pretty. So I got those, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to make with them either, because they're really small, so it'd have to be something small that I can make. But I'm excited to see what I decide to make. I'm excited to make something out of them. I don't know what yet, but so there's that. And then I bought a couple other little things, like things to wrap the fabric in, like little boards to wrap the fabric in that they had for sale there. Like these to wrap the fabric in, so to help me organize some of my fabric. They were on sale there, so I bought those. And then I also got the ring. This company sells like a ring that you can put on your finger, and when you're hand sewing, you can just cut the thread with the ring, so it's really cool. I don't know exactly where I put it. Here it is. So it's just a ring that's like adjustable, and then you put it on your finger. I think they were originally designed for people that were fishing, and then I guess other people, sewers like them, and quilters and stuff, so you can put it on your finger and then you can cut the thread really easily doing that. So, and since I'm about to hand sew some stuff, I might as well have it out. Okay. Alright, let me get my needle. Maybe it's in here. Oh, you know what? I might not have one in here. I think I took it. I have other needles. Oh, here's one. Ouch. I need this. I think it's too small. I can't see it. Cool. That's so cool. I'm easily amused by silly things. Really? I just pulled it right out. All right. All right, I'm just gonna start here on this side seam piece here. I don't want it to be visible at all, so I'm just gonna do like a little stitch and not bring it through the entire thing. Right, let me see if I just did one spot here. Hopefully that holds. Maybe. I just did a couple of small stitches. I'm going to see how it holds, and if it doesn't, then I'll figure it out. I don't know. Okay. I'm just kind of weaving the needle back and forth between the layers so that it doesn't come out the front and show, because I don't want that. Because I just want to try and hide it as much as I can. It looks like it's supposed to be like that, right? Okay, so I did it there. I did it there. Here, here, and over here. I don't know why I did it all the way, but that one doesn't look as good. That was the first time. That one doesn't look as good. I'll probably just do it right here too. I might have to go the whole length, but I'm not going to do that right now. For the hand stitching, honestly, I don't want to, because that'll take me forever. I just don't like to hand stitch. It is not at all my favorite thing to do. I see the value in it. I know that it looks better. I know that you can better control what you're doing. I just don't like to sit and spend all my time hand stitching stuff. It's just, I don't know. I just don't like it. See. I made it a little too tight on my finger. Okay, I'm gonna stitch all of these layers down now. And then I'll do these ones. And if I think I need to hand stitch the rest of it down, I will do that later. Not while I'm on camera, because I don't really think that is exciting to watch. I also got this really pretty thimble, but I left it in my purse downstairs. So I'm going to start at the bottom here. And like I said, I'm just going and taking some fabric from here and some fabric from there and just kind of going back and forth so that I can join the layers together and not get caught up on a pin. What the hell? Oh. I'm just going over it a second time because I'm only doing it in certain places, so I'm just trying to make sure that it's really reinforced there. And then I'm gonna go to the next layer. I don't know how. So I went to at the Ren Fair, right? They have lots and lots of cool stuff. I usually look at their, like, the clothes that they're selling and maybe get some inspiration. What I noticed this year, which I did not see last year, was tons and tons of kilts and like handkerchief skirts for women. And they have kilts for women too, but they had like this handkerchief skirt, like a double handkerchief skirt type of thing. And I've never made one of those. However, they're charging almost $100 for a handkerchief skirt that is not even made out of wool. The majority of the fabrics there were an acrylic blend, was what they said. I don't know what it's blended with, but I don't want to wear plastic. If I'm spending $100 on something, it better be wool. So I was tempted to buy one, but none of the stuff they had there was made out of wool. So I was like, okay, well, forget that. And so I just searched how to make a handkerchief skirt, and that's probably something that I'll do. And then I can just get some wool, because wool is, while it is expensive, it is not $100 a yard. And I think you only need about 2 yards of wool or fabric, whatever it is, to make a handkerchief skirt, a double handkerchief skirt. So I'm probably just going to get like 2 yards or 2 meters. So it would be a little bit more than 2 yards. So I'm just going to get some wool in a pattern that I like and make one myself. It does have these cute buckles on them, and I don't know how to put those on, but I imagine they're hand stitched on. The buckles don't hold it in place. It had Velcro and a zipper in the back because I tried one on. And I can just make that. I mean, like wool is like $30 a yard maybe. Depending. So that's probably something that I'm gonna make. But if it's like 90 degrees outside and you're wearing acrylic, that's hot. Wool breathes at least. Plastic does not. Alright, so I got these two pleats are sewn on. Let me do this last one of the center back at least, and then I just have 3 more to do. And then I'm just gonna see how it looks and figure out if I need to come back and do the rest. Hand stitch the rest, which I probably will have to do. I imagine that I will. I'm just not doing it right now. I just pulled it out of the eye of the needle. Yay, only 3 more. Let's see how it looks after that and if I can take the pins out. Ow! I stabbed myself with the pin. It's always fun. Okay, let's see. That one's a little bit more visible than I'd like. Two more. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to go back and stitch all this down by hand, but I don't want to do that right now. I can do that when I'm sitting in front of the TV. Watching some nonsense on TV. Okay. Stitch this one. I don't even know what the next step that I'm supposed to be doing is. Probably attaching it to the underdress. I'm kind of excited for this project to finally be done and see what it looks like. I don't think it's that though. I think it's going to be the upper portion of the bodice on this overdress. There's like a rollover portion of the dress up here where it kind of folds over. One more, yay! Okay, so yeah, the next step's going to be the facing pieces. Once I'm done with this last pleat, I'm surprised there's not any cats up here. Usually I have at least one, but apparently they're more interested in whatever's going on downstairs, which I have no idea what that is. I think my son is outside banging on something. And I don't know what my boyfriend's doing. Let's see how it looks. Oh, whoops. He has all the cats. That's what's going on. That's what he just texted me. Okay. So I am probably going to have to go ahead and stitch all of this stuff down by hand, but I'm not doing it right now. So I am going to press this in place. And last time over here, because this piece is not, for some reason this part didn't get pressed. So I'm just going to pin some of these spots so it doesn't flop around, but otherwise I think this looks okay. This is where I did stitch it here already, but like I said, I'm probably going to have to go through and stitch the rest of it all the way down because it's going to not lay completely right. And there's too much space between here and over here, so you know, sometimes I like it when patterns tell you which pieces to finish in advance so that you can just serge them or zigzag stitch them or whatever it is that you want to do. This one didn't, and she doesn't tell you until like it's time for you to put that piece together. And now I know I'm gonna have to serge those other pieces for the top portion of the bodice, and I could have done it earlier if I had known. All right, so the next portion is to put together the facing pieces. Take the facing pieces and sew the side and center back. Serge each seam and press the seam allowance to one side. Why? I don't like pressing them to one side. So I'm laying out my pattern pieces so I don't do the same thing as I did before. And keep putting them together wrong. So this is how they go together, but I have to serge them. It's really annoying. Especially because I have a bunch of stuff on my serger table. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly serge these pieces. Things over here. I can't move the camera, so I'm just gonna have to serge them really quickly. And there's nothing exciting to see here anyway. Luckily. I'm just pinning as I go so I don't forget where the pieces go. Because I've had trouble with that before. Is that even right? I think the front has this straight edge. Just looks weird. I'll mess with it in a minute. Hi, baby. What you doing? What you doing? Hi. What's wrong? You want to come say hi? You're gonna jump up there. You know, that's really not the best place for you. Putting your butt all over everything. Can I finish this? Can I just finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? Hi, Bubbles. Hi. You in the plastic bags, kitty. Okay. What are you doing, booger? Oh, shit. Oh, that's not a good idea. What are you doing? You can't lay on this stuff. Is this your ironing board? My bad. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, sir. Let me turn the camera. Hold on. Everybody has to be able to see the nightmare. Hi. Hi, Mary. Are you being super needy? Because mommy and daddy were gone yesterday. Yeah. Oh, I love you. Silly kitty. Look at that face. Oh, you're so handsome. Hi, handsome boy. What are you doing, Mr. Mayor? Hi. I can hear you purring. Yeah. Are you a happy boy? You want to lay down there? Go ahead. That'll be the cat camera, right? No. Sometimes he's a little aggressive with the headbutts, right, Nightmare? You're a little aggressive with the headbutts? Or are you just an aggressive headbutter? You're such a good boy. Yes. Say hi. Say hi, everyone. You're shedding everywhere. Get his tail. What are you doing? You're so silly. Oh, is that the good spot? Is it the good spot? Yeah. Is it? Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I'm under attack. Oh, nightmare. I can't hold you like this. No, no, I can't. Oh, Jesus. What happened? I gotta finish. Can I finish making this stuff? Why'd you go lay there? Good boy. Yes. Oh, that's a good nightmare. That's a silly nightmare, huh? Now I got cat fur in my mouth. Okay. I have a nightmare camera. He's not a monster. He's a good boy. Yeah. Probably nice and warm on there because I was just ironing stuff, right, Nightmare? Yeah. Is it? Now I can't iron anything else, huh? Did you send Nightmare up to me? It is?
Only slightly. It's kind of a little hard to get released. That's also something really hard to get with.
What is he doing?
He's hitting the shovel. He can't.
He's getting that. Your nemesis? Nemesis Mare? So I'm gonna turn around and give you my butt, Daddy. Whatever. It's not the end of the world. Who, Chaos? Oh. He's giving you looks. I hope he doesn't go after Chaos. He's an extra jealous boy. Nightmare. You an extra jealous boy. Nobody's allowed to talk to mommy. Ooh, whoops. What did you eat for lunch? Is there still more left? Well, now I'm hungry.
I know. I'm in trouble.
You're not in trouble. Nightmare's in trouble. Is he looking at you? I can't tell. He's just sitting here. I took a boy. Taking a nap. Nightmare, are you a good boy or a bad boy? He's got his mouth open and his tongue sticking out just a little bit. Oops. I don't think I can zoom in anymore. I can't iron my stuff with you here. Hi, sir. He's sawing something now? Did I do this again? Apparently. My mirror is like freaking sleeping on my ironing pad over here. Are you comfy? How am I supposed to do anything? Apparently, I should have just done it the other way. The way she says to do it. Shut your mouth. I don't understand how I did that. Huh? I think that's Gizmo. Or no, it's Gizmo. Is it? I don't know. Sounds like it, maybe. He's taking a nap on my thing. On my ironing board. He has to be right next to me, apparently. I don't know. I'm hopeful I'm going to be able to finish this. Nice, Brian. Nice. Apparently. Luckily, it's only one seam and not 20. Oh, nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. He's a cat loaf. Because of Rob?
Huh?
Because of Robert?
Not necessarily. I have a landscape problem.
Oh. Oh.
I can choose what I select. Someone could be having like supreme farm.
I don't know if it's picking up you. Your supreme farts. I think the reason why I keep screwing it up is because there is no right side, wrong side to this fabric. So, I don't know. I just stitch them together exactly the same, and then I'm like, nah, that's not gonna work. Right, Nightmare? Are you dead to the world? He's freaking sleeping. Are you sleeping? You're really getting comfortable, Nightmare, huh? Really wish I could use my iron. But I'm not allowed. Nightmare said nope. Nightmare, you're so adorable. What? He's failing at staying awake. Okay, so I sewed the facing. I'd like to be able to iron it, but I can't do that. There's a kitty. Just put it on top of it. So I guess I'm just finger pressing them open. Because this thing's not even on. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I disturbing you, sir? What are you doing? So normally I would press open the seams, but kitty. So I'm just pinning it to the bottom portion. So as not to disturb the kitty. He'll move eventually when he's tired of laying here. Are you taking a nap? What? What? I have no idea. Let me finish this and then I'll figure it out. You have a stalker? Huh? She'll run away. She doesn't like me. She likes you. Besides, Nightmare doesn't like to share. Right, Nightmare? He's over here passed out sleeping on this ironing thing, so I can't iron anything. That's because Nightmare's over here and Chaos doesn't want to come over. What? It's not nice. Oh, pickles. Oh, what? What's that?
Not like it was expensive, so I got one that was polypropylene coated.
He paid for it with his own money, right?
Shrunky thing. It's like a wood thing. Instead of sticking around that shit there and hitting yourself.
Hi, Pickles. Excuse me, sir. I need my ironing board. I can see that. All you can see in this camera here is his butt.
Yeah, you're not gonna get a move. He's out. He's like disturbance.
I lose.
You always do more later.
I'm gonna. No, not him. I'm gonna pink this inside seam here because it's fraying like crazy and I didn't finish it with the serger.
And you got a giant ass dick and still managed to get it out.
Mm-hmm. I still need to press the seam allowance, but I don't know how that's gonna happen. So this is like another way that you can finish your seam allowances instead of, if you don't have a serger or you don't want to do like a zigzag stitch, you can just pink them. Makes a giant mess, but it has like little edges here that cut it into like zigzags, so it finishes the seam allowance so it won't fray anymore. Supposedly. I don't use my pinking shears that often, but I did use them on my dirndl and they didn't fray. I mean, so you can see this fabric frays very easily because it's linen, but here when you do that, it really doesn't fray. So it does work. I don't know. I prefer to use the serger. Now that I have it, I only got it about 6 months ago, so. Let's see what we're supposed to do next. I anticipate I'm probably going to have to get off soon because I'm hungry and this cat here is not letting me really do anything, so. So it wants me to press it towards the dress. I can't do that. Do what now? Serge along the center front of the dress and along both of the facing? Oh. So I did part of it already, so I'm just gonna have to serge this part. I don't know what she's telling me to serge, to be honest with you. Serge the seam allowance as close as you can and press the seam allowance towards the dress, which I can't do that. I pinked it instead. I'm not gonna serge it. And then this is saying serge along the center front of the dress. I'm pretty sure it's saying right here. I serged this part already on the. Put this together backwards, but it's gonna have to do. Whatever. I already serged up here, so I'm probably just gonna have to serge here. That's gonna be hard to do. I thought I was done with the serger. Let me just serge these pieces really quickly. I will be right there. Okay, that's done. So I just serged this center front portion here. And these are the wrong scissors, but that works. Let's see what it wants me to do now. Fold down the facing so that the right side of the dress facing, so the right side of the dress faces the right side of the facing. Wait. Nightmare, I cannot. So along the center front, from the top of the dress to the bottom of the facing. I'm not sure what you're talking about here. I can't tell what you're doing. These pictures are not that great, and I don't understand. I think I understand what she's saying. I think that she wants me to fold this like this and stitch in a 5/8 of an inch seam allowance down here. And then you turn it? I'm not really sure. Nightmare, what are you doing? I could use my ironing board right now. No, you're dead. You turd. What's the directions? I think. Am I supposed to finish the top portion too? Because it doesn't show that. Wait a minute. confused because mine does not look the same as hers at all. So it looks like I was supposed to cut out 2 of each of these pieces, or 4 of each of these pieces, but it never says that. And so I'm confused because even on here it says cut 2. And this one also says cut 2. I gotta check something real quick. I have another piece of paper that shows how many you're supposed to cut of each one over here somewhere. And or not. I'm just trying to see if I can find the cutting layout for it because I'm pretty sure it only ever said cut 2 of each. Oops. No, it only shows cut 2.
How would you have to explain the basic things to me? What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to figure out if I made a mistake when I was cutting stuff because the directions show something completely different from what I have. Like, I don't have enough fabric to do what the directions are showing that you're supposed to do.
Well, that's cool.
And, well, I have enough fabric I can cut out more. It's just that I didn't cut that out before because that's not what it shows in the directions, and I'm confused. Yep, he sure hasn't. He's freaking
I had to explain
dead.
how force works and resistance to all that, right? You just banging away and it's spinning around and like you're just wasting effort.
Where's the fabric estimator for this?
He
What
was
the
over
heck?
here and I went to sit.
You almost sat on him?
No, he almost knocked me over. There's no almost sitting on there. He pulled right
Oh, you
through.
decided to move. I have no idea. I feel like I'm gonna have to cut out another one because this isn't right. This isn't how it shows it in the picture. Like, it's showing it completely differently in the picture, at least from what I can see. And then it says tack down the facing on the inside of the dress. There's nothing to tack down with the way that I have it right now. I'm so confused. Yeah, I'm almost 100% sure that she did not tell you to cut out enough layers of fabric. Or enough layers of, or enough fabric, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't. So confused. So I just stitch this for no reason. Oh, annoying. So yeah, I'm not. This is the wrong thing. Overdress. Let's see. Where does it say that? No, that's the wrong one. Hi, Munchie. What's up? Oh no, this is the underdress. What do you want, Munchie? Hi. Oh geez, you're sniffing my face. Thanks. Munchie, get away from the iron. I don't want you to burn yourself. It's turned off, but it might still be hot. That's quite dumb. Okay, well, I am gonna have to come back to this because I have to. It looks like I have to cut out more fabric because if you look, excuse me, if you look at this picture, let me find it real quick. My giant book of stuff. Yeah. So in this picture here, there's clearly an overdress, or I'm sorry, another 4 pieces that I don't have because I didn't cut them out. It only said to cut out 2 of each of these pieces. Cut 2 and cut 2. So I'm gonna have to rip the seam out of this that I just put in there because, well, I mean, this is an easy seam to rip out, and cut 4 more of these pieces, put them together, and then stitch them on. So I'm not gonna do that right now because I wanna go eat lunch and yeah. So I'll probably be back later on this afternoon, hopefully with all of that already stitched together and ready to go. And I'm probably going to send a message to this person and let them know that they included it in the directions, but not in the fabric estimator and not on the pattern pieces, just so they can fix it for the future, because clearly you have to have a facing piece and then like your foundation piece, I guess, on top of the fact that I need to also iron all of these seams open since Nightmare was on my ironing board before. So I will probably be back later on this afternoon to finish up the rest of this dress, hopefully. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you when I come back after I eat, cut the pieces out, and sew them together.